William Goldman had his 1973 book, The Princess Bride, published in 1973. Rob Reiner adapted the book for a film with the same title. The film was released in 1987 and is the only feature-length film I have seen more than twice. I've seen The Princess Bride 3 times since it was released more than 35 years ago. During the film, a character played by Mandy Patinkin was named Inigo Montoya. His famous line, which he said repeatedly during the film, was, quote, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die," end quote. The expert swordsman would then demonstrate excellent choreography with his feet and sword. A few years after seeing the film for the first time, I adapted the line from Inigo Montoya. I focus on the living planet in pointing out, quote, "Hello, my name is Guy McPherson. You killed my planet. Prepare to die," end quote. It took me a few years to come up with that line because I thought our species would make some sort of effort to retain habitat for itself and other species. My fondness for every aspect of the living planet interfered with my rational thinking. Despite my PhD minor in neoclassical economics, I had not yet read John Kenneth Galbraith's 1977 book, The Age of Uncertainty. Only much later did I come across the signature quote from the first chapter of Galbraith's book. Quote, "People of privilege will always risk their complete destruction rather than surrender any material part of their advantage," end quote. The full quote tacks on the following 3 sentences. Quote, "Intellectual myopia, often called stupidity, is no doubt a reason. But the privileged also feel that their privileges, however egregious they seem to others, are a solemn, basic, God-given right. The sensitivity of the poor to injustice is a trivial thing compared with that of the rich," end quote. For several years, I incorrectly believed federal governments, the corporate media, and paid climate scientists would promote the mirror reflection framework developed by Dr. Ye Tao and described at MEER.org. That's MEER.org. After all, the approach described at MEER.org is straightforward. It is expensive, but I incorrectly believed that it was a bargain compared to losing all life on Earth. I still do. It's a lonely conclusion. Perhaps I'll be proven incorrect, and government officials and the corporate media will attack the climate crisis as if it threatens all life on Earth, which it does. Perhaps these same government officials and members of the corporate media will convince the citizens of the world that a relatively small sacrifice today will be worth a virtual eternity of tomorrows. Perhaps paid climate scientists will get out of their silos in an effort to take a multidisciplinary approach. Perhaps we are not in the midst of the longest, saddest, most excruciating and unsatisfying "I told you so" in the history of the world. I'm not blaming you. I'm certainly not blaming the masses, who have already sacrificed much to ensure the wealth of a few and ensure that that privilege is retained. There are a few individuals and several government officials who could swoop in to save the day. They won't, but they could. And because they won't, I'm left with a line I hate and that I would rather never use. "Hello, my name is Guy McPherson. You killed my planet. Prepare to die." Apparently, we're willing to let go of habitat for human animals to make sure a few people are comfortable. Apparently, that's what we consider normal. As a result, I'm left with a single, simple conclusion. At the edge of extinction, only love remains.